It's the 25th of December, 2016, and of course there's only one thing that I can say to begin this day off. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a good one. We've already had ours, both of them, so it's just gonna be a normal day for me. Foot's doing a bit better this morning. I've got this menthol cream that we put on things like that quite often. I'd honestly, through the pain, almost forgotten about it until my parents brought it up. We've got one casket that we sort of pass back and forth because we don't use it enough for both of us to buy one, so that's how it works. It's the family casket, as it were. But it works. And I realized it's supposed to be cask and not casket, but I still said it anyway. But anyway, point is, it works via menthol, and it works pretty dang well. I did have an oversight, though. I forgot to put some on the bottom of my foot whenever I went to bed, so most of the leg's fine, but the bottom of the foot is like, I'm still tender. Bit winded, because I just had to run with a laundry basket. You will never be so tense as getting enough steps to where you're not in safety anymore, and then feel a raindrop land right on your head. Ugh. I managed to get right under my porch covering, and then it started. It was an achievement, but whew! So, for us, as I said, Christmas has ended. So, I need to take down the Christmas decoration. Which means for me, my 8-bit wreath, my Snowbot. I'm gonna kind of miss my Snowbot. I always like seeing him just boot side to side. And my Charlie Brown tree. So, my 3 things. Let's get started. 4 things. I've got another thing outside, my Christmas gnome. I forgot. Anytime something's new, patterns. The thing I've discovered about my Charlie Brown tree, by the way, is that most Christmas decorations, when they start to get old, it makes them look bad. But in the case of the Charlie Brown tree, because it's supposed to be pathetic, the older it gets and starts losing bits, it actually looks better. So get you a Charlie Brown tree and you'll never have to get anything else. Life hacks, people. Life hacks. I'm dreaming of a wet Christmas, just like the ones I've had for the past couple of years. I think it's rained for most of them. So, a game that I played long ago, I've sort of dusted off. Because I found out that it was on Steam for like $2, because it's such an old game. It wasn't even part of the sale, it was just there. It's called Evil Genius, and it's in the realm of the build your base genre sort of game. You pick one of 3 evil geniuses, all of which have their own bonuses to them, so to speak. And then you proceed to build a base, all the while terrorizing the world and attempting to become the most infamous evil genius that has ever existed. To some it would be boring, however, to me it was quite fun, especially given some of the jokes that are in it. In hindsight, whenever you terrorize the world and send your henchmen and everything, and minions, into the world to do crimes for you, if they succeed in those crimes, a lot of times you'll hear a radio transmission from that specific area. So they've got characters in each area. Like in the middle North America area, they have these 2 morning radio DJs, stuff you'd expect. Some of them are smidge racist, not gonna lie. Just a smidge. Because this was supposed to happen in the days of Smash and stuff like that. It's very James Bondish. So the Soviet Union still exists and stuff like that. It's, like I said, it's a complete take on James Bond, but from the other direction. Instead of trying to be the super spy, you're trying to be the evil genius. So, yeah. It's quite fun, actually. It's taken a bit of a knack, yes, that is the air conditioning. It's taken a bit of a knack to get back into it, but I think I've got the flow again. And base building games and world building games like that are great when you listen to podcasts and stuff like that, because sometimes there's levels where it's doing the task you set it to do, is what the last part of that sentence was supposed to be. And, yeah, it works. It's kind of like whenever I had the Xbox up here before I was doing Let's Plays more seriously. I totally played Skyrim a lot while listening to podcasts. Because of those gaps of time where you would just be walking and nothing would be happening. It was perfect. It was like you had just had earbuds in your ears while you walked.
So we may experience the odd drop in coverage during the first 24 hours. 48 hours.
Really enjoyed the Doctor Who Christmas special today. I'll have all my full thoughts when I meet up with Donovan sometime to do the review. I'm looking forward to that, by the way, because we didn't get to do that this year because there was no Doctor Who. So, if they had released Class with the rest of the world, then we would have been reviewing that, but, yeah. Oh well. Can't do that now. This little guy is currently playing chicken with me on my keyboard. He waved at you. Did you see that? The unabashed audacity of him. Anyway, he keeps on stepping on different keys and seeing if I don't accidentally. Because the way this is with the dents in the middle, I can't pick him up. Well, I could pick him up, but then I might, well, you kind of get the idea why I probably wouldn't.